Okay, time to get into Strange New Worlds episode 8. This episode is called the Elysian Kingdom. So I've seen little teasers beforehand of Benga on the bridge, and like he's like a king or something. And this is relating to, I think, the book he's reading to his daughter, Rukia. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe he's dreaming. I don't know. But I'm interested to see. It looks like it's going to be a quirky episode. So enough blabbering. Let's get into it.
I've been continuing my own research.
Oh.
The patient's condition has not improved.
Getting a lot more of his daughter as of late.
Become ours.
I like it when you read the ending.
Haven't you heard it 100 times?
Just finish it with me.
King Ridley scanned the battlefield as Queen Nev's forces approached the border of his kingdom. Princess Talia.
Okay, I think I'm gonna need to pay attention to the story here.
King Ridley was someday, when you are grown up, you'll write your own stories.
Dang, this is so sad. Uh-oh.
Chemical 3QND contained.
Are you getting any closer?
No. The last thing I tried literally blew up in my face. Thank you, Anna.
Oh no, that's Commander Chin Riley to you.
I can get used to this. Sir? This? No battles, no chaos, just scanning a nebula and focusing on the science.
You gonna say the thing?
Hit it. Uh-oh.
Despite our lack of motion, the warp core seems to be functioning within normal parameters.
Perhaps the nebula has merely affected our ability to achieve a static warp bubble.
Kissing this nebula goodbye? Take 2.
Why's she standing up? Oh. So she could get hurt. She was literally standing up for no reason. The turbo lifts look so good, too. I love the show. I saw this scene in the teasers from a few days ago. Oh gosh, Pike's hair. Okay, what was that character's name?
Sir Adia, from the book.
The book, sire.
Ortegas is Sir Adia. And you are clearly Sir Amand Roth.
Sir Adia and Sir Roth.
Your words could polish the finest of apples, Sir Roth. Perhaps they are better suited.
Ow.
Ow.
I need a moment.
I knew this dreadful fog was a bad omen as soon as it appeared.
Fog? What fog?
Nebula.
Mysterious.
Whoa. It's like apples growing in the freaking corridors. This looks so cool with the set redressing.
What brings you to my sanctuary?
I'm looking for this. Its readings indicate I'm perfectly healthy.
Readings?
It seems your dopamine levels are highly elevated.
Dopamine.
Oh, Lon. Oh, she's got a little dog.
Queen Nev has invaded my kingdom. She's obsessed with the Mercury Stone. She thinks I have it. You have the Mercury Stone safely in your keeping.
God, I love Christina Chong, man. She's such a dynamic actress. She's so good. I guess all the characters are playing sort of,
Sure.
opposites to how their usual characters.
Stone is safe.
You have another weapon in your mighty arsenal. Oh, Brutus, Queen Nev stands near your chance, Runa, does she? My Princess Runa applauds you.
It's a sign of heightened neurological activity.
My king,
The dog.
the princess is right.
Take your hands off me. I'm your
Oh.
superior officer.
Hammer.
Let me go.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'll have you court-martialed.
Oh, he's not affected.
Did you think your crimes would go unpunished, wizard?
The music's really great.
We don't answer to you, false king. Unless you're here to surrender the Mercury Stone. And it won't be long before your kingdom is hers too.
Okay, I have a theory. Hemmer is blind, and that weird chemical blew in Vega's face, so maybe it's something to do with that.
That wizard? Castor? He knows where it is.
Maybe the Mercury Stone's like a phaser or
Let's
something.
rescue him.
Nah, that's too easy.
In the deepest part of her dungeon,
They're planning their
at the center of a realm
in the briefing room.
of powerful
It's so
forces
good. The
and
candles.
weapons.
Wow, she's quite the singer. Surely that's her actual voice.
Let's go.
Man, this episode must have been so much fun to film.
We'll stand. All right.
We are not alone.
Okay, who's this going to be? Who haven't we seen? We haven't seen Spock, Una, Uhura.
Please,
Oh, Spock.
point that elsewhere. Say if I think it foolish or brave.
It's weird seeing him smile on this show so much.
Why should I help you?
Because Castor is your brother?
How did you know?
I read it in a book.
And you would
He's cheating
help Castor?
through the Jeffries tube.
Queen Nev has my brother Castor in her dungeons.
Oh, Uhura is the queen.
We have been led into a trap.
I suspected as much.
You knew?
Loosely.
You wanted to see my brother. Now you can join him. In the dungeon.
I can't take it anymore, I tell you. No
They're locked up in the transporter room.
They're all playing characters from a children's book called the Elysian Kingdom.
Children's book? How do you know this?
Because I read it to my daughter. I came to rescue you because you're the only other person unaffected, which means you can help solve the real problem. How do we undo all of this?
A consciousness press against my own. Luckily, my years of telepathic training allowed me to block it.
Consciousness.
Okay, so it's because of his telepathy that he wasn't affected.
The entity I sensed might have pulled the story from your mind.
But why?
Impossible to know without asking. Able to sense that the entity is not on another ship, but rather a part of the nebula itself. Maybe I can get us out of here with the help of some powerful magic called science. Don't look, it'll blind you.
What about you?
I am a wizard.
They didn't confiscate that from him and they put him in the cell, really?
What do you mean the prisoners have escaped? The wizard.
That's a really, it's cool on our shoulders.
And yet you stand here. Be grateful. Your queen is feeling merciful today. I will give you another chance to earn my favor. Be so kind as to take my Crimson Guard and bring back my prisoners before I toss you in the dungeon in their place?
As you wish, my liege.
I just realized that the two aliens are wizards. It makes sense.
Get out of our way, or what? You're unarmed.
That was easy.
It would seem Adia has this fight well under control. Perhaps I would serve you best from the safety of the castle.
Sure.
Thank you, sire.
Oh, he's such a coward. It's such a nice dichotomy to his usual commanding, heroic, presence. Why'd you turn your back to them? Oh, dang. So, are those crew members? Oh, this is Una? Yeah. Did she just kill those two crew members?
Zymera the Huntress.
You said you would call on me.
Been a busy time.
A raven would be too much trouble.
Can we not do this now? I saved your life. That's something, right?
I find evidence of a single life form, including brain activity, and yet there is no sign of a physical body. Are you familiar with the theory of the Boltzmann brain?
I recall learning something about it.
Boltzmann brain?
A Boltzmann brain is a theoretical, spontaneously generated consciousness.
And this consciousness has somehow trapped our ship in the nebula and turned the crew into characters from a book I've read?
It is possible the entity is reading your brainwaves. If we can find a way to sever that connection, like by hurting you, the entity might let the Enterprise go.
I am Huntress of the Forest. I swore my allegiance to no one but her. You know that.
Sometimes I wonder if we have anything in common.
This is not how the story goes. The two of you, Adia, Zymira, you don't even know each other. Except Rukia. She wanted Sir Adia and Zamira to team up. I told her when she grew up she could become a writer and give herself
the Boltzmann brain is pulling from...
The entity did not take the story from you, but rather from your daughter.
Yeah, from the daughter's brain.
She's gone.
Like she dematerialized?
She was beamed out of the buffer at 0845 hours this morning. To somewhere on the ship. I'm starting to think she might be the only one who can put an end to all this.
Uh-oh. Spock the Wizard is lurking.
The Mercury Stone is a girl.
Rukia's the Mercury Stone.
No. Unhand me, you brute. No.
Unhand me, you brute.
I'm too young to die. What do you want from me?
Your loyalty.
Chapel's got a cauldron.
Where would your daughter want to go?
His quarters. Yep.
My quarters are down here. Rukia always said she wanted to see
this.
them.
Your Majesty, I am so glad
It's
to
a
see you
trap.
alive and safe.
Did you really think I was going to let you destroy everything I worked for, King Ridley?
I am sorry, Your Majesty, but she promised me your kingdom, and who could turn that down? All right.
Give up, dear brother. Your powers are no match for mine. There's no reason you
Your
have to.
power's no match for mine.
Alex is right.
You shall not touch my daughter, or I will bring the might of my kingdom down upon your heads.
Or I'll unleash the full power of my powerful wizard.
Nice one, Hammer.
Send you to the event horizon. A dark realm full
The
of
event
chaos
horizon.
and monsters and...
There is no such place, Mike Wayne. He's welcome.
What is he doing? Well, he rigged up the transporters as a communicator.
Daddy, you made it!
There's no trace of signal came here.
My friend made me better.
Your friend?
She woke me up when we've been playing.
Your friend doesn't mean to. But she's hurting my friends. They need to return to their lives.
Perhaps I can be of some...
Mr. Telepathy over here has got it.
You may speak through me. Please be gentle. Your crew are inconsequential. You must protect the child.
You have an attachment to Rukia.
We are alike. I felt her imprisoned in your machine. I sensed her loneliness. It matched my own.
You have to let them go.
If I leave, the child will die. My being near her cures her. And you must make a choice. The crew or your daughter.
You can't ask me to do that.
In the beginning, he said that King Ridley had to make a choice between the Mercury Stone and his kingdom.
You could leave and she could stay. But her consciousness could join with me. She would be free of sickness.
I want to.
Okay, brave girl.
It's cool looking. Bye, Rukia. Oh, the entity's coming to talk to him. No. It's grown-up Rukia.
Rukia?
You were right. I've been creating my own adventures. I wish I could tell you what I've seen. It's been years for me and Deborah.
Deborah.
You named the entity after
Mom.
Ah.
Look. So much like her.
Do I? You did the right thing. Someday we'll see each other again. I know we will. But you have to live your own life now.
Thanks. It's so flipping sad.
I have the worst headache. Am I in your quarters?
He doesn't remember.
The surveillance logs are blank. It's as if every one of them lost 5 hours.
Rukia?
Just fine.
You know what happened in the missing 5 hours.
Yeah. You were there. Huntress of the Forest.
Once upon a time.
He's going to tell her the whole story. Okay, well that was Strange New Worlds Episode 8, The Elysian Kingdom. Not one of my favorites. I do really appreciate Mbanga's arc. I like Mbanga and the actor who plays him, Babs Olusemokan or something. I can't pronounce his last name, I'm afraid, but I like him a lot. So, you know, I really like his voice, which is kind of a weird thing because I know people have been complaining about it, but I think he's a very good actor, especially at the ending. With his daughter. I do think the emotional impact was sort of, you know, dulled a little bit by the fact that Rukia immediately came back. You know, she went off with the entity and then she was back a second later and she was like, everything was fine, you made the right choice. I think it would have been more impactful if he had to, you know, live with that, having made that choice for a little bit before she rekindles their relationship, because it sort of takes all the power out of it. Not all the power, but it definitely softens the blow a little bit. And now Mbanga's a bit more sort of with a peace of mind. I really loved how each actor was playing a different, sort of an opposite character to what they usually play. Like Spock was smimey and smiling and just sort of full of himself, and Pike was a coward, and it was just a lot of fun. I loved Christina Chong as the princess. My goodness, she was so good. She is such a fantastic actress. I've never seen her in anything else, but she is such an incredible range as an actress. I hope she gets more work. I don't know what she's been in before, but man, she's just so good. Love her. But I think a lot of people are probably going to find this to be a bit of a lower tier episode. I think maybe because we were introduced to the daughter in episode 3, then she was missing for a few episodes, and then she was brought back consistently, pretty much, you know, in Lift Us Where Suffering Cannot Reach. She was brought back with the first servant and stuff like that. So I think maybe we were supposed to be paying closer attention to at least I was supposed to be paying close attention to the story of the Elysian, the King of Elysium, or whatever the book was called, Elysian Kingdom. Because then I think I would be understanding the references in this episode a bit more, and I could follow the plot a bit more, because Mbanga was doing that. You know, he knew that Ortegas and Una, or the Huntress and Sir Adia, didn't actually know each other in the book, but that's what revealed to him that the entity was pulling from his daughter's mind, not his, which was clever, but it didn't really click for me because I didn't know anything that was related to the story, the book, The Elysian Kingdom. So, I don't know, I think maybe had I been paying attention to that earlier on in the show, in the season, then that would have paid off for me a little bit more, but it felt a little flat. But yeah, it was cool to see the sets redressed. Like I said, the actors playing other characters. It was just kind of a fun episode. It's like when in the other Star Trek shows they do a holodeck episode or something like that. But obviously the holodeck didn't exist at this era in Star Trek. So this is their clever way around it. And we got the first non-corporeal being, which is a huge thing very often in Star Trek, especially in the original series. So it makes perfect sense they brought it in here. And I loved it. Even though we only met it briefly at the end through Hemmer. But yeah. It was enjoyable. It wasn't as fun as some of them have been, but it wasn't as grim as some of them have been. It was sort of that nice in between, just entertaining. And I think it did work pretty well for growth for Mbenga's character. I think we needed really an episode for Mbenga, because I think he was really just sort of sidelined quite a bit. So I'm glad we did. Some of the emotion fell flat, but aside from that, perfectly good episode. Not one of my favorites, not my least favorite either. Just good. But just like that, that's another episode of Strange New Worlds done, and we just have 2 more left before the season ends. I don't want it to end, but it is what it is. We have season 2 to look forward to. But thanks for watching. Another great episode of this show for me, and another fun reaction. Thanks for watching.